In this video, Commissioner Ted Terry and author Shelleyan Lewars discuss Commissioner Terry's Fruitful Communities initiative and Shelleyan's book, Prickles Plastic Pickle, Sebastian's Eco-Movement Saves the Day. Commissioner Terry has a long history of championing sustainability and climate action initiatives, from his time as Mayor of Clarkston to his current role as Commissioner for Super District 6 Dekalb County. His Fruitful Communities initiative has gained attention for its efforts to reduce carbon emissions, improve public transit, and promote green infrastructure. Meanwhile, Shelleyan's storybook provides a unique perspective on single-use plastics, recycling, and community engagement. Together, they discuss how the initiative and the storybook intersect and how we can all work together to create a more sustainable future.
Commissioner Terry, it's great to have you.
Yeah,
Thank
so
you
great
for
to be
coming
here.
out.
Yeah,
Thank
it's a
you.
beautiful day on Earth Day here in Clarkston at Refuge Coffee. Yeah, thank you so much for having me.
It's a pleasure. So let's get straight to it. Can you tell us more about the Fruitful Communities Initiative and how it addresses issues like food insecurity, climate change, and environmental pollution? What are your thoughts?
Yeah, absolutely, and that's a great question, Shelleyan, because I got my Food Earth People shirt on because we're trying to prioritize things. When I put, of course, foods first, it's very important, but then our preserve Earth, and then all the people that live on it. And I think, what we want to do in Dekalb County is we want to create a greener county, a more sustainable county, but also a more equitable county as well. We know that there are communities, particularly in South Dekalb, around Clarkston, that have faced environmental injustices and environmental racism for decades and decades and decades. And so in a lot of ways, we're having to go back and clean things up. At the same time as we try to transition to a more fruitful world, a cleaner, more sustainable world. And so not only are we working at the public libraries, 23 public libraries in DeKalb County, we'll be working to do a transition process to change all of their conventional landscaping that takes a lot of mowing and blowing and a lot of fossil fuels to keep up, over to a more sustainable, productive urban landscape. And then, of course, within that is the materials we use. And this next phase of our work, we're launching our Dekalb Green New Deal this week, and it is a people-powered movement that's about making policy changes. And one of the big changes that y'all are really focused on, that Prickle is very aware of, is plastics pollution. And so we'll be working with y'all and others in the community to support a transition away from plastic bags, single-use plastics, and creating a closed-loop system of composting, a true composting system for food waste, for compostable materials, yard waste here in DeKalb County, so we can divert that from the landfill, divert it from our streams and waterways, which pollutes communities not just here, but all the way down to the Atlantic Ocean.
Amazing. So what are some of the key accomplishments that you can maybe highlight today?
Well, so we were successful in getting money in the budget last year for this library transition plan. And unfortunately at the legislature, we tried to put regulations on gas leaf blowers, but they passed a law that said we couldn't regulate gas leaf blowers. So we're trying to incentivize electric leaf blowers, which are quieter, less polluting, or they're safer for the person using them. And then what we hope over the next several months is we'll be expanding solar energy opportunities in DeKalb. We announced earlier this year that we'll be buying 90 electric vehicles, including electric pickup trucks for our Parks Department and our Public Works Department. And this is all part of this goal that by 2050, Dekalb County will be 100% clean energy and clean transportation power.
Amazing, and it's very, very encouraging that the government is at that level. I think it will inspire a lot more action. Thank you so much.
Yeah, we're inspired by y'all.
Yes, of course, of course.
Here are some concerning facts about single-use plastics that we should be aware of. 1. Single-use plastics take hundreds of years to degrade, which means they accumulate in landfills and oceans, contributing to long-term environmental damage. 2. Plastic pollution is responsible for contaminating soil, rivers, lakes, and oceans, and it threatens the health of ecosystems and the organisms that inhabit them. 3. Plastic particles are now found in the flesh of fish and shellfish, which means it is also present in the seafood humans consume. 4. Single-use plastics release greenhouse gases during production and disposal, which contributes to climate change. And 5. Plastic packaging is a significant contributor to waste, accounting for nearly half of all plastics produced globally. Remember, every piece of plastic we use has the potential to harm our planet and its inhabitants. Choose to be a part of the solution by reducing your reliance on single-use plastics and making sustainable choices.